EPS 95 MP के सभी दर्शकों को नमस्कार। साथियों, लगभग 45 दिन पहले हम लोगों ने इस चैनल की शुरुआत की है और इसको शुरू करने का मुख्य उद्देश्य ये था कि हमारे सदस्यों के पास, जो हमारी यूनियन राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर है, उसके पास सही जानकारियाँ पहुँचे और वह लोग अपने आप को शिक्षित करें। मुख्य उद्देश्य यह भी है कि जो लोग आज नौकरी में हैं, जिनकी संख्या 30 करोड़ के लगभग है और जो EPS 95 के बारे में कुछ भी नहीं जानते, ना इस पेंशन के बारे में कुछ जानते हैं, तो आखिरी में सेवानिवृत्ति के बाद उनको परेशानी नहीं हो, इसलिए वो भी इस चीज़ को समझें और संगठन में आगे आए, आंदोलनों में आगे आए, सेमिनार में भाग लें। इस तरह की चीज़ थी और दूसरा उद्देश्य इसका कुछ भी नहीं है। कुछ लोगों को मान लो आपत्ति हो सकती है, तो उनसे निवेदन है कि हमारा चैनल देखने की कृपा न करें। यह चैनल मुख्यतः निवृत्त कर्मचारी 1995 समन्वय समिति नई दिल्ली एवं सेवानिवृत्त कर्मचारी कल्याण समिति भोपाल, जो मध्य प्रदेश का संगठन है और जो दिल्ली के संगठन है, इनके सदस्यों को जागरूक करने के लिए ही किया गया है। और हम अपनी बात ज़्यादातर लोगों के पास पहुंचा नहीं पाते थे, इसलिए हमने YouTube का एक माध्यम चुना और हमें खुशी है कि आज इतने कम समय में बेहद पॉपुलर, बेहद लोकप्रिय हमारा चैनल हो गया और लोग इस पर विश्वास कर रहे हैं। मैं आज हमारे चैनल की संपादक और MP एग्रो यूनियन की कार्यकारी महामंत्री कुमारी ममता संतानी आपके साथ आज आएंगी और वो अंग्रेजी भाषा में अपनी बात रखेंगी, क्योंकि हमारे बहुत सारे दक्षिण के सदस्य, पूर्वी राज्यों के सदस्य, कई लोगों को हिंदी नहीं आती है, तो उनकी सुविधा के लिए उनको अंग्रेजी भाषा में वो बोलेंगी। तो आप सब उनके विचार सुनिए। धन्यवाद।
Welcome to EPS 95. I would like to put a light on those employees who are currently in service now and who are employed within last 2 to 3 years. They both are facing the same problem, that same issue that respected Supreme Court in the decision of 4th November 2022 have declared all these employees out of the scheme of higher pension. Those employees who are appointed after 1st of September 2014, they all are out straight away out of the scheme of the higher pension. So these employees will come under the same category of rupees 3,000 to 5,000 pension, and the fact lies in that if the current working force, the current working employee do not open their eyes now and do not work on this, then their future will remain in darkness. Now another employees who have attained the age of 58 before 1st of September 2014, for them the only ray of hope is the decision of the R.C. Gupta's judgment, which came on 4th of October 2016. Now a few days ago, R.C. Gupta's judgment is to come on 20th of August. Now recently 9 of our employees had put a case in respected Supreme Court for their higher pension, and the respected Supreme Court the next very morning ruled out their case and stated that they will not give a decision against the Madras High Court. And it is very sad for the employees because the Madras High Court had given decision against the employees. Now currently the position is that the government of India is not ready to understand that those employees who have served 35 to 40 years of their life for the government of India, serving the government of India, what could be a minimum pension for their age old survival. Now we will put a light on the figures of the minimum pension. According to the Government of India and according to the Government Book of Accounts of 2022-23 of Karamchari Bhavishya Nidhi Sangathan EPFO, from total 75,58,713 employees, those employees you can take a paper pen and jot down from 75 lakh 58,713 employees who are getting pension less than 1000. They are maximum in number. They are 36 lakh 48,114 employees. Those employees who are getting pension between 1000 and 1500 are 11 lakh 73,158. Those employees who are getting pension between 1500 to 2000 are 8 lakh 68,443. Those employees who are getting pension between 2000 to 3000 are 13 lakh 71,911 employees. Then again, the employees who are getting pension between 3000 to 5000 are 4 lakh 70,318. And the most fortunate of them all, the employees who are getting pension above 5,000 are 26,769. And now if we talk about the condition of these employees, it is very poor and it is very pathetic at the current moment. They are lacking in money, they are lacking in their personal funds, that they are not able to attend any meetings, they are not able to collect money to attend any campaigns, and such is their condition that the last rites of them are also not performed properly. 4 years ago, one of our officer employee, when he got expired, we all collected money from the other members of EPS 95 and then we performed his last rites. Such is the position of EPS 95 in India at the current moment. Now if we talk about the funds of the EPS 95 does not lack in money. They say so, but the case is reverse. The conversation, the communication between Government of India and EPFO is not clear. It is not proper. Government of India needs to look at the figures that EPFO is earning through the interest of the employees, and it is the duty, it is the responsibility of government to provide proper pension to the pensioners for their age-old survival. Last year, a high power committee was set up by the government and which recommended rupees 2,000 as pension for the pensioners. This was approved by the EPFO and it was also approved by the Ministry of Labour. But when the proposal went to the Finance Ministry, it was straight away rejected. So such a mere amount, such a small amount of rupees 2,000 was rejected by the Ministry, Finance Ministry. Koshyari committee is different from this committee. Koshyari committee recommended rupees 3,000 plus the DA. And this high power committee recommended rupees 2,000. Now again we will talk about the funds of the EPFO as described earlier does not lack in funds. It has no shortage of funds. If we look at the accounts of 2022 to 23, EPFO is getting an interest of 51,985 crore. This is the interest they are getting in 1 year from the pension contribution of the employees. The money which is distributed among the pensioners in pension is rupees 14,444 crore, and the money which employees have withdrawn for their personal house construction or medical issues, it is rupees 7,352 crore. Then also EPS is left with rupees 30,189 crore, and this amount is only 22% of the interest earned by the EPFO. In 2022 to 23, the employer's share was rupees 56,170 crore. The government share was rupees 8,715 crore. Total contribution was rupees 64,885 crore. As told earlier, EPFO has earned rupees 51,985 crore as interest. Now, the current condition is EPFO has two kinds of members. One are exempted from giving any contribution to EPF, which comprises of organizations such as GAIL and BAIL. And if we count them, they are 1,09,59,073 in number. And another are those who give their contribution from their salaries on monthly basis, and if we count their number, they are 29 crore 26 lakh 85,237. The both, if counted, are above 30 crore. Now today the need of the hour is that the people who are currently in service now, they should wake up and think about their future. When they are out of the higher pension scheme, and they will come in the pension scheme of rupees 3,000 to 5,000 when they get retired. So it is high time they open their eyes, because at that time when they'll get retired, the inflation would have reached at a different level, and it would not be possible for them to survive in such a petty pension. It is high time that the employees who are in service now, they participate in these campaigns actively. They must be more alert in all the developments of EPS 95. They have the time and the money. They need to wake up for their own future's benefit. Now, other than Madhya Pradesh, another state where the current working force employees participate in the EPS campaigns is Goa, where they are not much in number, but they are active. The employees who are working are active. If only 10% of the working force employees once goes to Delhi and campaign in road campaigns, no government can deny of a handsome pension to the pensioners of members of EPS 95. Now the important move is to decide the date of the campaign. The date of the campaign will be decided in the CWC meeting, which is Central Working Committee's meeting. All the members will together come and decide the date of the meeting in the near future, and mostly the date is fixed according to the sessions of the parliament. Mostly it will be fixed in the winter session of the parliament. We also want to congratulate our Karnataka unit for campaigning against EPFO Mysore, and we hope that from time to time they will be organizing campaigns against EPFO to make them aware of the pension. Likewise, the work of public employee awareness is continuously going on all around the country. In Madhya Pradesh also, when the monsoon ends, we will campaign on a division level and district level. I lastly again request the employees who are currently working to open their eyes, to come and participate in the road campaigns and be alert and be active in all the developments of EPS 95, and be aware of the current updates of pension. Ultimately, they will be fighting for their own future's security. Karamchari Ekta Zindabad, EPS 95 Zindabad.